An international team of maritime archaeologists have come here to investigate the Klondike gold rush. Even in the height of summer, the waters of Lake Lebarge are dangerously cold.
You only have about 30 to 40 minutes in the water before you freeze to death.
But the team is willing to take the risk because of what's lying at the bottom of the lake.
As you swim toward the wreck, it comes at you out of this brilliant green, like a ghost ship. Like it just is waiting for you.
It's clearly a ship, but like no other ever found in the Yukon. In their short time underwater, the team record glimpses of the wreck. They want to know what it's doing here. To understand more, we can turn to high-resolution scans and data mapping. Use powerful computer software. Empty Lake Lebarge and reveal a remarkable sight. Exposed to the light of day for the first time in over 100 years, a complete 19th century steamer. Perfectly preserved, right down to the logs in its boiler. But with its open decks, it seems more suited to the subtropical Mississippi than the frozen wastes of northern Canada. So what's it doing here? Delving into historical records, the team pieced together a story that starts in the summer of 1896. Prospectors explore deep in the Yukon Valley. In a tributary of the Klondike River, Native American Skookum Jim Mason and his partners are panning for gold. They find so much, they rename the place Bonanza Creek.
The Klondike discovery of gold in Canada's Yukon couldn't have happened in a more inopportune place. It's very much out of the way. And it's also subarctic, so it gets very cold. Very, very cold.
More prospectors strike it rich, and soon word spreads like wildfire. By the summer of 1897, fortune hunters jostle for places on ships heading north from Seattle. 100,000 people are trying to reach the Klondike. Before them, an epic challenge. First, a voyage to Alaska, then overland to the headwaters of the Yukon River, the jumping-off point for a perilous journey downstream to the gold fields. And simply to reach the headwaters, they have to cross a huge mountain range. The quickest way through is also the hardest.
The Chilkoot Trail was the shortest land route into the headwaters of the Yukon River, but the problem of getting into those headwaters was that 3,600-foot pass. And the last 4 miles was at a 35-degree slope.
By the time the army of prospectors arrives, it's deep winter, with temperatures down to -40.
Many people couldn't make it. You would pass out from exhaustion, be unable to continue. Countless numbers turned back at that point. They just were unable to keep going.
Those that do reach the river are still 300 miles away from the gold. And the Yukon is frozen solid. They spend the rest of the winter chopping down trees and building makeshift boats.
Many who were building boats had no experience at all. And so they actually would call these boats coffin boats, these rough structures that were meant to pass through these incredible rapids and even the deep water lake. And so many of them, you would die in that boat.